What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another Tottenham update where we're going to delve deep in, well, I say deep, there's not much news to get through, but this is what has been going on in the last 24 hours regarding Tottenham Hotspur. Do go and check out our website, by the way. Brand new content going up there every single day, written content, so it's not just the video content we bring you here at We Are Tottenham TV, but written one as well. But let's get into the update, starting off talking about Luca Vuskovic, player that we did sign a couple of months ago now, a young player from Hajduk Split, Croatia. And the Hajduk president has been speaking, and he says continually until January is important. Continuity until January is important, and then we'll agree with Tottenham where he will go on loan, because he needs to go to a stronger league due to his visa, which I found really interesting, because obviously you need, I don't know the whole criteria for what he needs for a visa or something like that, but they're assuming that he needs to go to a stronger league. What kind of league do you reckon that would be?
I don't know what the.
It's interesting though. Like say he needs to go to a stronger league for his visa.
Yeah, to get a visa, I'm guessing to move, because maybe it's because of Brexit and stuff. To get to be able to work in England, maybe he has to prove. Because I remember a lot of foreign players they used to have to get a work permit, used to have to play a certain amount of international games, all these kind of things. So maybe this is not the same, but maybe you have to play in a certain standard of football, maybe to be able to get a work permit for at his age to come to Tottenham, which I find a bit weird, but maybe that is the case. And I do wonder, is it in England? Maybe I can't see him playing in England now. Maybe Holland. Maybe Denmark. I don't know. It's interesting.
Is Denmark even bigger stature than Croatia in terms of football? I mean, it's a very peculiar one. And also, like with Vuskovic, obviously he's come through the ranks at Hajduk Split. They know exactly what he's about and what he needs. It does worry me a little bit of someone such a young age going to maybe another country. Maybe he might not see as much game time, or they won't value him as much as maybe Hajduk do. It does worry me a tiny bit for his development.
Yeah, it's frustrating, because if he's playing regularly in Croatia, even for a club like Hajduk Split, that would be a fantastic. That's fantastic for a player of his age for his development to be playing week in, week out in top level football. Even if it's in Croatia, it's still great experience for him. So slightly concerning, but I'm sure this is something that's been thought of at Tottenham.
Yeah. Next up, let's talk about a potential incoming. I doubt it's for the January, but maybe for the summer. And he goes by the name of Santiago Gimenez. And this is a quote from his intermediary, Maurice Pagniello. And he says, now the teams closest to signing him are Real Madrid or Tottenham. That's literally the only quote I have.
Who said that?
His intermediary.
Oh, right. Okay. So he's could be driving up interest. He's in great form, though, isn't he?
He's in unbelievable form. He scored 2 goals, I think, in the Champions League last night. He's been banging them in the Eredivisie as well. I think he's scored more goals than he's even played games in this season. So he's also a player that's been spoken about a lot in terms of when people have been speaking about who we can sign as a striker or something in the summer. So, I mean, he would be a really good option.
Yeah, absolutely killing it. 15 goals in all competitions so far this season in 11 games, 2 in the Champions League. As you said, he's also, a fairly tall player, over 6 foot. So a striker who apparently is pacey, very good strength, but clearly knows where the back of the net is. He's absolutely smashing it out. Oh, and Holland at 22 years of age as well, still quite a young striker. So definitely an exciting prospect, but it all depends about where we're at in a year's time. But definitely one to keep your eye on, because he definitely will be getting a move somewhere in a year's time.
Would you prefer to bring someone like him in than as opposed to maybe someone like Sergio Guirassy?
Guirassy is another one who's killing it in the Bundesliga right now, and he's got a small release clause. I mean, from what I understand, it looks like Gimenez might be a better player, but Guirassy's doing it at a higher level.
So it's like just one breakout year, though. Like he's never hit these levels before at 27 years of age.
Yeah, so I think probably Gimenez, given his age.
I agree. And last but not least, we've got Dan Kilpatrick done an article on Ange Postecoglou today, and I just wanted to read out this snippet from the article because I thought it was brilliant. Talking about Ange Postecoglou delivering life lessons to the Tottenham Hotspur players. And let me just read out this snippet for you, and you can make of it what you will. It says, Ange Postecoglou delivers these lessons in morality in his final team meetings before a game at the Spurs Stadium or in a hotel for away matches, in which he typically runs through his tactical instructions before giving a motivational speech. It might be on a certain aspect of the game, the need for hard work, or perhaps something unrelated to football entirely, like the importance of family. Postecoglou is such a powerful speaker in full flow, some players find it hard to take their eyes off him. He does not banter with his players, usually saving the lighter side to the media, and has backed up his words with actions too. When a senior player spoke disrespectfully to a member of the medical team on a pre-season tour, Postecoglou gave him a dressing down in front of the squad. And yeah, first of all, I wonder who that was, and second of all that stuff is so great to hear. I mean, first of all, it's great to hear seeing like the players just literally just can't take their eyes off him. Shows how much like respect and just in awe how they are of the manager. And second of all, I love that kind of bit of respect where if a player isn't pulling their weight, or if a player is being a bit rude to someone of the staff that maybe isn't as high a stature as a player, then Postecoglou recognizes that and he lays into them for it.
Yeah, and I think that's a great trait to have. We know Postecoglou's been praised for being very much like a normal person, like someone who has high moral value, and he has a kind of, he puts a lot of stake in those kind of elements in the dressing room. It's not all about just, in a weird way, like Conte is all about just getting the best players and all that kind of stuff. Postecoglou seems to really focus on the attitude of the players, their personality, and how they treat other people. And he's obviously spoken a lot about these different things, about, mental health. When Richarlison had his problems, he's spoken ever since he comes to the club about, what life throws your way and how you're supposed to deal with it and how you're supposed to treat each other. And that's really great to see, and everyone seems to be buying into it from a player's point of view. And obviously, look, Sonny's the captain of the team. I think he embodies that really well as well as the captain. So it seems to be a really great kind of the whole kind of circular operation about how we're going about things. It all seems to be really coming together. That's really, really positive.
I don't know about you, but it kind of reminds me a little bit of Pochettino when he was here. He used to love giving those kind of life lessons and making it into like everyday life instead of just making it about football. Maybe not kind of the same way as maybe he interacts with his players, because I think Poch did it in a different way. But I just get that similarity.
Yeah, Poch was always very much about bringing the players together, having a tight-knit group, and everyone pulling in the same direction. Postecoglou seems in a similar mold as well, and it's very different to the kind of managers we had before with Mourinho at Conte. It was kind of win at all costs kind of mentality, and even if it means digging out your own teammates in front of everyone, if that's what it takes, that's what it takes, and that's what you need to do. So I think Postecoglou and Pochettino wanted to do things in a different way, and that's probably better suited to where we are at the moment.
Yeah, I just love it when I hear like Postecoglou in the press conferences when he says, talking about the players making mistakes, and he's like, look, I've told them to play that way. If they make a mistake, it's on me. It's got nothing to do with them. And I love that kind of mentality when it was just so opposite with the previous managers that we've had.
And it gives the players confidence. And that's why if you're willing, you're going to be willing to try more things, and more things are going to come off if you know that if you're not going to get blamed if it doesn't come off once or twice and something bad comes of it. You're going to keep trying. You're going to have the confidence to keep doing things, and that's why things were so stale potentially last season under Conte, and Mourinho, I'd say especially, when things were so focused on mistakes being made rather than focusing on what we could do with the ball and being hammered for mistakes every time. It's so great to hear Postecoglou giving those players confidence. And that's why you're looking on the pitch and people are trying creative and inventive different ways of trying to get past defences, because they know they got license to.
Absolutely. So full steam ahead with Ange Postecoglou. Music to our ears. Literally everything that he says is music to our ears at the moment. But thank you.
Every result is as well.
Every result is as well. Top of the league. But thank you everyone for joining us today. We'll see you all very soon. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.